What's going on, everybody? How you doing out there? I hope everyone's doing well and taking good care of themselves and all that and such and stuff. Lisa in the comments was saying I'd be curious as to what I thought about the retirement of David Lee Roth. We've all made cracks at him. David Lee Roth is a fantastic, amazing singer, Van Halen and all that. I guess Gene Simmons had said something about him too that really, I guess, hurt his feelings. I've got this little clip, and by the way, this is Gene Simmons. If you can't tell, you'll be seeing this video again because I have another grievance with this. But here's Gene Simmons.
I don't mean to hurt people's feelings.
Uh-huh.
And every once in a while, diarrhea of the mouth comes out. I am so sorry and ashamed, actually, that I hurt David's feelings.
So essentially, he said a bunch of stuff about him being washed up and everything else, and it's like pot calling kettle black, right? Gene Simmons, really? I mean, why is it always Kiss? I've noticed this too. How they talk about faking lead vocals. Him and Paul, they're always going on about these elderly rock stars and how or different bands and they need all this and they need that and everything. And it's like, you guys are doing all the same things. You're just as old and kind of out of whack as everyone else, but they speak their mind. And apparently David Lee Roth was upset by this. And I've done some videos on David Lee Roth and stuff, but let's get into this. I predict it's going to be fairly sad, but the guy is an amazing entertainer, whether it's singing or a game show or an artist or... I mean, he talks in this way that is so magical that you don't understand a single word that he's saying. It's like a beat poet. You feel like you're just supposed to snap and go, dig it, bro. Dig it, baby. So let's see if we can make heads or tails of this. I'm going to stop it and start it as we go here and see what David says. This is the official audio of him retiring from rock and roll. Here we go.
We're celebrating our 50th anniversary, Alex and I, of arguing and plotting and planning together. I showed up right out of... I graduated in 72, and a few months later, we were making music in his parents' house. We started working in clubs and bars, and the work started coming pretty fast and furious. We played 5 45-minute sets a night.
Jesus, 5 45-minute sets a night.
We would play 4 nights a week, okay? We would put all the material into our cars and our vans. And we would pull over sometimes, depending on the weather. You change that electrics around. You could put a bass drum up on top of the car and you could wipe the rain off it. Electrics, not so much.
If you're putting my drums on top of the top of the car, David, you're going to get a kick in the tits. But
we stopped eating right after high school. All the money went into the gas tank. And I remember the sandwich that Al Van Halen would have half in his mouth, and the other half he would just hand me when he got into my car. And we would drive around the corner to the villa in Allen where the gas station was, and we would both get out of the car so we could both go through all 4 of our pockets for every coin we had to go through and put it in the gas tank.
That is hard rock and that's rock and roll. Everything goes into the band. Every dollar you make goes back into the band. Everything. You're just a struggling musician.
We made $120 a night, and we worked 4 nights a week, and we get paid on Saturday night. And we would go with our girlfriends we were always within 2 hours.
Say Chuckarama. Please say Chuckarama.
Of getting back to base here. The only place in Pasadena open was the Denny's. It's
Close enough.
1973, 74, 75, 76. And we were pull in for what we called the Saturday Night Supper Club. And we would get there at 3 in the morning.
Kind of think that's what Dave probably called it. Everyone's like, yeah, we're just going to the Denny's to eat, Dave, but you can call it the Saturday Night Supper Club because you're a beat poet.
And order everything on the menu. Everything, all 3 banana splits, the slam dunk breakfast with the bacon.
That's not spending cash correctly.
Sausage. And you get all the kinds of the pasta and just extra ketchups and extra sugars and extra buddy pats and everything.
Sugar ketchup's free.
Pull 2 tables together, always same ones in the back.
Their girlfriends must be huge. I mean, that's a lot of food.
And it looked like one of those double album feasts. It was amazing. At first, the old ladies was horrified. This is 1973. I
I guess they
remember I
weren't.
just shared it with Al. He told it back to me before I asked him to remember. He said, the cop came walking in, and this was Cop Town. And he came in and said, who are y'all? He looked right at me. You remember what we look like? And I said, sir, we're a rock and roll band. He says, y'all got enough money to pay for this? We said, yes, sir, we do. He says, show me the money. And we all pulled up.
Show me the money.
120 fine, green, crisp, sweat through your...
I mean, this is 74, 75, 76, so that $120, I don't think they were really thrifty about the way they spent their money after a hard, 4 days of 5 sets a night. You take your $120 and you just go to the Denny's and spend it all. But, I mean, we're rolling up onto halfway through this, and...
fucking shoes money. Here it is. He said, okay. And he took 2 steps. I remember it like yesterday, last night. He took 2 steps, turned around and said, you make sure you pay these ladies. You give them a good tip.
Give me a good tap, give me 2-step, mister.
And we did. Because only people who stiff you on the tip is rich folks. Hard working, knows who's hard working. And the ladies would giggle and they go, here comes the Saturday Night Supper Club. And they'd act like little girls and start running that little pitty-patty dance like you're 10 years old and they're in their 70s. And we would eat and eat and eat. And no, it's tomorrow's Sunday. So every butter patty, every ketchup,
Butter patties, ketchup, sugar-free.
every napkin, every paper cup
Free, napkins, paper cup free.
was carefully put into the bags and taken home.
Oh.
And you would spend all Sunday eating. Because on Monday, it's back to practice, and singers don't eat. Tuesday, practice. Wednesday, I'll see you at 9:15. Hi, my name's Dave. These are the Van Halen brothers. You know Mike. And we're going to put some smoke on your fucking water. And we would start we did that for 5.5.
They were a cover band, right? So if they didn't do Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple, and he just came out and said, we're going to put some smoke on your fucking water, that'd be weird, but...
Half years. Okay? I just found some pants upstairs. I saved some of the old clothes. I wore a size 29. Eddie was size 26. That's my beginnings, okay? That's how I run there. And I'm running up here today with the departure of my beloved classmate recently, Ed.
Right.
Al and I have been talking. I can't speak for him just yet. I just spoke to him. He knows everything I'm about to tell you. I am encouraged and compelled to really come to grips with how short, and probably my time is even shorter. I thought I might go first, frankly. I might have thought the Marlboro Man might have got me.
Is he still smoking? I mean, he's got a pack of Marlboro Lights right there.
Hey, Ed, objects in the rearview mirror are probably me. And my doctors, my handlers compel me to really address that every time I go on that stage, I endanger that future. I know when I sit in the audience, all I ask, you come out with a ukulele or a marching band, all I ask is that you give me everything you got to give. That's what I did for the last 50 years. And
Amen.
I'm throwing in the shoes. I'm retiring. And this is the first and only official announcement. Al, my handlers, you got the news. You share it with the world. I'm not going to explain a statement. The explanation is in the statement. These are my last 5 shows. I got a band that's...
I think he's doing those Vegas residencies, and then he'll be done. It's kind of a tearjerker. I mean, I feel like I'm getting kind of choked up inside because it's the old story of life passing you by, right? Guy's had an amazing life. He's been in an amazing band. And he's getting to that age where it's time to retire, and it's hard, right? I mean, it's like because you're already over the hump. It's all downhill. But he's a great artist. I'd love him just to do a podcast. I know he was doing them on his channel. He's got a YouTube channel where he just kind of zip-zops and bebops all over the place with stories and stuff, and it's just fantastic to listen to. So I don't know why he couldn't do that and just get into a routine of doing it every day or twice a week or once a week or something like that, because I still think it would be amazing. He strikes me as a guy that's just kind of going to vanish. And you go, where's Dave?
Doing what Al and I used to call a block. That means 75 rehearsals for one show. The warm-up for one somersault is the same for 10. So we're going to bring it in classic VH style. Alex and I are the only version. That was his message. There is no other variation. There is no torch being passed. There is no other side of this heads-up tail coin. This is classic, in-your-face Van Halen, and we're going to be playing to you for the rest of your time and your great-grandchildren's. Gave you all I had to give. It's been an amazing, great run. No regrets. Nothing to say about anybody. I miss y'all. Stay frosty.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what do you say about that? I hope that he decides to do something with some kind of a podcast or something like that. But it is, as I get older too, I start to realize all these guys that I grew up with, they're all older than me, and they're all slowly starting to retire and go away. Right? The Ozzy Osbourne and Ronnie James Dio passing away, and all of these guys, and David Lee Roth, he's been at it and doing it, and he's had some less than spectacular shows and stuff, and I definitely don't think that it helped that old Gene Simmons here.
I'm the guy actually that saw them in a club, signed them to my.
Yeah, he did the first demos and stuff, but Kiss put him on the tour. And then I guess bad words were said, or something about an old washed-up Elvis impersonator or something like that. But what say you? What do you think about that statement? Very, very tender for a wonderful David Lee Roth. We've definitely had my tennis racket out and pretended like I was playing along with Van Halen songs. And if you've ever been in a rock band, every single rock band starts out doing covers just like Van Halen started doing covers. And one of them damn covers was always a Van Halen song. I was in a tribute, a heavy metal tribute band, and we used to do Unchained, and we used to do Hot for Panama, and I want to say Hot for Teacher, and something else I can't remember, but so the Van Halen was always around, and he ain't lying when he talks about his music will live on and it'll be around for your great grandkids, because that's the fact of the matter. People are going to go back and they're going to say, man, oh man, Van Halen. But I wish him all the best in the world. I hope he has a good, I hope he finds something to do with his energy. Because the guy, he's going to live until he just drops. He's going to turn into pure light and just float off into the universe, So I hope that he keeps going in some way or some form. Get in the comments below and tell me what you think about the David Lee Roth retirement audio. That's all I got. Swinging in, wishing David Lee Roth and all of you guys a wonderful, wonderful life and positive vibes and good vibrations. Okay? Swinging in. I wish they all could be David Lee Roth.